wife has been waiting for you to return home for 2 days.
2 days, surely not. A few hours, perhaps. 3 pipes, 4 pipes. I forget.
I've got a cab outside. You're going home now. I value my friendship. Your wife's love.
Okay.
Come on.
I have to pay. The manager. Money.
You have to pay for your own destruction. I'll see to it. Just get out of this dreadful place. Let go. Take your hands off. Holmes. What on earth are you doing in this den?
Like you're being about my business. You have a cab outside.
Yeah.
I pray send him home. He looks too little to get into any kind of mischief. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Give this to the lady of the house.
Holmes!
Hi, sir.
I'm certainly surprised to see you in that place.
I suppose you think I've added opium to smoking to all my other little weaknesses.
I merely said I was surprised to see you there.
As indeed I was to see you.
I was searching for a friend.
And I felt an enemy.
An enemy?
Had I been recognized in that place, my life would not have been worth an hour's purchase. John! I'm in the midst of the most remarkable inquiry.
I hope you're not smoking the substance in that pipe, Holmes.
Only to the extent necessary to merge with the surroundings. I'm off to Lee, in Kent. Are you coming?
Of course.
I think we should be safe now, Watson. Would you take the reins?
Where exactly are we going?
The Cedars, a lovely villa near Lee in Kent.
May I ask why I'm going to Lee in Kent? In the middle of the night on a Friday in March?
Because you are my trusty comrade and my loyal chronicler, I may need both. Here are the facts, as I understand them. Several years ago, there came to Lee in Kent a gentleman by name Neville St. Clair. He took a large villa, the Cedars, and about a year later married the daughter of a local brewer. They have 2 small children. He has interests in several companies and travels to the city every morning, returning by the 5:14 train from Cannon Street every night. He is a man of temperate habits, a good husband, an affectionate father, and is popular with all who know him. His debts, as far as we can ascertain, amount to £88 and 10 shillings, while he has £220 to his credit in the Capital and Counties Bank. Therefore, there is no reason to think that money troubles have been weighing him down.
A veritable paragon.
Watson, there's a hint of skepticism in your voice, which does you no credit.
I expect Mrs. St. Clair came to you saying that her husband had disappeared.
Exactly.
Well, it seems to be a continuous thread in life's fabric.
Watson, what is this? I shall ignore your air of resignation to the world's frailties and continue.
Oh, please, do.
On Monday, St. Clair left for the city as usual. Before he left, he promised that he would bring home a box of building bricks for his children.
Building bricks?
Mark that well, Watson. Soon after he left, Mrs. St. Clair received a telegram to say that a parcel of considerable value had arrived for her to the offices of the Aberdeen Shipping Company. She decided to travel to the city, collect her parcel, have lunch, and do some shopping. It was by chance that she found herself in Upper Swandam Lane, that same vile alley that we both visited this evening, Watson. And it was at this point that something quite singular took place.
Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs.
There's nobody upstairs.
I saw my husband waving from an upstairs window.
There's nobody upstairs.
I saw him. I know my own husband. What's he doing here?
There is nobody upstairs.
Oh! Neville!
They threw her out.
They did.
Blackguards.
The Malay and the Lascar, who owns the establishment. A man of the vilest antecedents and a murderer into the bargain.
A murderer, yet he goes free.
The rear of the building backs on to the river. There's even a convenient trapdoor for the disposal of bodies.
Why don't the police arrest these two navvies?
Watson, the police have arrested a cripple. There's so much more yet to tell you, but here we are at the Cedars. Thank you.
Mr. Holmes. Any news?
Mrs. St. Clair, I thought you'd be asleep.
Sleep does not come easily at a time like this.
This is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson, who has kindly agreed to help me in my investigation.
Mr. Holmes has spoken of you.
Mrs. St. Clair?
I have taken the liberty of asking the doctor to stay overnight.
And I took the liberty of preparing a little cold supper. Dr. Watson, you take my place.
Oh, no, really,
Watson, Mrs. St. Clair is a very strong-willed woman. You refuse her at your peril.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, before we eat, I should like to ask one or two plain questions to which I should like plain answers.
Certainly, madam.
Do you, in your heart of hearts, think that Neville is still alive? Frankly now, I'm not hysterical, nor am I given to fainting.
Frankly, then, I do not.
You think he is dead?
I do.
Murdered?
I don't say that. Perhaps.
And on what day did he meet his death?
On Monday.
So then, how do you explain that I received a letter from him today, being Friday?
No. Mrs. St. Clair, I wonder if you would do me a favor.
By all means.
I have told Dr. Watson what happened up to the moment when you were ejected from that building. Would you tell us what happened subsequently, please?